Have you ever felt that emptiness in your chest right at the end of the day when the house is quiet and it feels like the whole world is far away? Or woken up in the morning, looked around, and realized everything is exactly the same, but you feel different, maybe even invisible? Loneliness after 60 can sneak up on you or hit all at once, especially when your children follow their own paths. Friends don't call as much, or your body just doesn't keep up with the old routine anymore. According to the World Health Organization, nearly 1 in 3 women over the age of 60 experiences intense loneliness at some point during the week. And more than that, studies show loneliness can affect not just your mind, but your physical health as well, causing anxiety, insomnia, aches and pains, and even deep sadness. But I want to tell you from the heart, you are not alone. So many amazing, strong, wise women go through these very same feelings, even when everything looks fine on the outside. In this video, we're going to talk about why loneliness happens as we age, the signs your body and soul might be giving you, the mistakes we should avoid, and most importantly, tips that can truly calm your heart and help turn loneliness into a new opportunity for life. If this topic resonates with you, leave a like, share it with a friend who might also feel this emptiness, and subscribe to the channel so you never miss a video made to comfort and strengthen your heart. Loneliness isn't just the absence of people around you. It can show up even in a house full of people when you feel like no one really listens to you or understands what's going on inside your heart. After 60, so much changes. Children grow up, start their own families, the house becomes quieter, and some friendships drift away along the way. Many women also lose their partners, move to a new city, or deal with health problems that limit social gatherings. All of this can bring about that feeling of invisibility, as if the world keeps spinning while you are standing still, waiting for someone who never comes. But it's important to remember, feeling lonely isn't a weakness, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. It is simply your heart's way of asking you to take care of yourself in a new, more loving, and gentle way. If you feel like loneliness has been visiting you, know that it is more common than you might think, and talking about it is already the first step toward changing this reality. Ladies, our bodies are wise and our minds even wiser. When loneliness tightens its grip, it doesn't just show up in your thoughts. It appears in the little details of your daily life. Maybe you've noticed your sleep isn't the same anymore. Sometimes you wake up in the middle of the night missing a hug or wishing you had someone to talk to. Other times it's just hard to get out of bed and the mornings feel heavier. Loneliness can show up as tiredness, low energy, back pain, chest pain, or even as a nameless anxiety. Some days your heart races out of nowhere, or there's a deep sense of sadness, as if memories from the past are even heavier now. It's also common to lose interest in things that used to make you happy: sewing, gardening, listening to music, reading a book. Everything just feels dull. And look, all of this is natural. Your body feels the absence of presence, affection, and real conversation. So please don't ignore these signs. They are not just in your head or a sign of weakness. They are your heart's own alerts, asking for warmth and care. If you've been feeling any of these symptoms, don't blame yourself. You are going through a phase of transformation and deserve all the love in the world, especially from yourself to yourself. Ladies, it's so easy to fall into certain traps when loneliness hits. Out of fear of bothering others or showing vulnerability, we sometimes take actions that, without realizing it, make the emptiness even greater. One of the most common mistakes is isolating yourself even more, thinking no one will understand, or I don't want to be a burden on my family. Staying home all day, watching TV nonstop, or scrolling on your phone just to pass the time only feeds the feeling of loneliness. Another mistake is swallowing your sadness, pretending you're always fine around others. Bottling everything up inside without talking about it just makes your heart tighter and the sense of invisibility even stronger. Some people try to fill the emptiness with food, shopping, or medication without medical advice, looking for quick relief from emotional pain. These habits might bring momentary comfort, but they don't resolve the real reason for your pain. And finally, there's the idea that you're too old to make new friends, learn something new, or open up to new experiences. That's simply not true. Life can start over at any moment, especially when you allow yourself to try something different. If you notice you're falling into any of these traps, remember, just recognizing it is already the first step toward change. You deserve to live with more lightness, joy, and warmth. Before we move on, I want to share a very special story, the story of my mother, Mrs. Teresa, who is now 68 years old. She was always full of life. She worked outside the home, took care of the house, helped the neighbors, and was always surrounded by friends. But after she retired and I, Elena, went on my own path, I noticed the house got quieter. And little by little, so did she. The days started to blend together, and the spark in my mother's eyes just wasn't the same. Mrs. Teresa began to complain about insomnia, leg pain, that constant tiredness that never seemed to go away. Sometimes she told me she felt lonely, even with family around. And it was hard for her to admit it. She always thought she had to be strong and never show weakness. But one day, as we sat together over tea, she opened her heart. Daughter, sometimes the silence in this house feels bigger than anything. I miss the conversations, the movement, the feeling of being important. In that moment, I realized my mom needed more than medicine. She needed warmth, conversation, to feel loved and useful again. So little by little, we started new little routines together, walks around the block, afternoon sewing, phone calls to her friends, listening to old music, and even teaching me those recipes that only she knew. Little by little, the spark came back to my mother's eyes. She realized that loneliness is a phase, not a destiny, and that asking for company, speaking up about what you feel, and letting yourself learn something new can change everything at any age. Maybe you see yourself a bit in Mrs. Teresa's story. If you do, remember, there's always room for a new beginning. Loneliness doesn't have to be permanent, my dears. There are little things you can do to warm your heart and add color to your days. Let me share some tips that helped my mom and many amazing women I vet along the way. Create a simple self-care routine. Set aside a little time every day to do something just for you. It could be tending to your plants, having tea while listening to music that brings back good memories, writing down your feelings in a notebook, or even saying a quiet prayer before bed. Stay in touch with loved ones. Sometimes a quick phone call to an old friend, a chat with a neighbor, or sending a message to someone in your family can make all the difference in your day. Look for community groups or activities. Many neighborhoods have groups for embroidery, book clubs, walking, or even dance classes for seniors. Let yourself try something new. It's never too late to meet new people and discover hidden talents. Rediscover old hobbies or learn something new. Painting, crocheting, sewing, cooking, gardening. What matters is giving yourself permission to feel joy again, even in the small things. Take care of your body and mind. Gentle walks, breathing exercises, stretching, or even just moments of silence while looking up at the sky can bring peace and calm right into your home. Remember, you don't have to take huge steps all at once. The important thing is to start, even if it's just a little at a time. Your heart deserves care and happiness every single day. My dears, loneliness can be painful, but it can also be an invitation to rediscover yourself. Many women, just like my mother, Mrs. Teresa, have found a new way of living in their later years with more lightness, more self-love, and most of all, more freedom to truly be themselves. Take this time to care for yourself, to revisit old dreams, to finally do those projects that were put off because of lack of time or courage. You can learn a new recipe, write letters to loved ones, make a memory album, or even start a small prayer or book group with your neighbors. Let yourself try new things, even if it gives you a little butterflies in your stomach. Remember, it's never too late to start over, to smile again, or to build new friendships. Your story is still being written, and each day is another chance to give your life a new meaning. And whenever loneliness feels too heavy, remember the tips from this video and that you are never alone. There's a whole community of women going through the same thing, ready to support each other. If this video touched your heart, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Leave a like and share this content with friends who also need some love and support. Your comment means so much to me. Tell me in the comments how you deal with loneliness and what has helped you in your daily life. Your story can inspire other women. And to continue this journey of self-care and emotional healing, check out the playlist I've left here in the cards: Healing the Silent Storm, Anxiety, Stress, and the Nervous. There, you'll find practices and reflections to calm your mind and care for your heart. You deserve to live this stage of life with joy, courage, and serenity. See you tomorrow in the next video. With love, your friend, Elena Gray.